Hello everybody, this is Evening Starlight 97 back again, and Happy New Year! And for the first video of this year, 2023, and goodbye 2022, welcome to 2023! And we're going to be doing something to kick off this year, which will actually be a collection month. It's not going to have much potential, but I'm going to say this. I won't be doing a Wooden Railway collection this year, nor will I do one with Hornby or Bathman, maybe next year. And neither Ertl, because I haven't got many new items, though I did accumulate quite a lot of destinations. But speaking of collections, what I'm doing here is a collection of my current DVDs for January 2023. You see, there are in total 13 stacks with, if I show you, look how high this is, look how high this is. I mean, it's almost as high as it reaches the handles of these wardrobes. Well, not almost the same height of the wardrobe, but just about. It's really big. But due to how much I have, I'm probably going to end up selling some because it's taking up a lot of space in my house and it's not very big compared to other rich people's houses. Well, I'm not going to say so. I'm not going to copy Lego Lover, as you know what. I'm sorry, I'm not going to say the name, but I don't want to end up getting harassed for mentioning someone's name. Sorry, I have to mute that. Copyright. I don't want to end up that background sound. Don't want to end up distracting. Sorry about that. Anyways, I said before about this collection of DVDs, it's grown quite a lot in the past year by itself, and I don't really want to buy too much more, but I do have a list of DVDs that I still want to buy, including, you know, one of my favourite shows would be My Family, and if I can, I'll edit this in post-production. If I can try and find these, the ones I've ticked off are the ones I've already got. Oh, that fell. Are the ones I already have. Speaking of films and media, I'm probably not going to buy as many in the future. I won't ramble too much over this, so we'll get to the collection video then, shall we? As you can tell, there are 13 stacks in total, like the last one I did. I presume there was about 14 or something? Actually, no, there's 14 stacks this time. Because, boy, I've accumulated too many, and I think it's time I sold off some of the ones I already got. But anyways, that will be enough. Yeah, please excuse that. I'm sorry we had a bit of a interruption back there, but anyways, let's look at the collection now, shall we? I'm going to be starting off with the stacks in front, but I want to show off one film, which is actually the first DVD that ever released to start off this collection. Al Jolson, the jazz singer. We'll start off on this stack, which is very small. The Lone Ranger. Here's the Toy Story quadrilogy, Toy Story Special Edition, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3. Those were actually a Christmas present from 2010, by the way. Toy Story 4. This film ruined Toy Story, the whole Toy Story franchise, because Woody left to join Bo Peep, and which is just kind of sad in my opinion. I kind of wish they didn't have to ruin it like that. Speaking of Toy Story 4, I actually have a second Toy Story 4 DVD, but it's actually sealed. It says that it's got a UK sticker, but I don't know. It presumably is a different language or something, or Czech something. It might have come from Czech. It does say it's region 2, but I don't remember which country it's from, if you can tell by the language. I'll probably look that up later when I get the chance. So, next up is the Cars trilogy. And speaking of Cars trilogy, I wanted to show off something here. This is my original Cars DVD from 2006 from my childhood. Even though I was planning to sell it off with the other two free films, which I'm, spoiler alert, selling. Unfortunately, I cannot because of the ripped spine, and it's kind of got my name on it, so there's no point in selling something that's already been vandalized or graffitied. I don't know, but people have been buying used stuff that may have been damaged or something. But anyways, we'll get back to the collection then, shall we? Okay, here is a actual copy of Cars in better condition that I might sell in a trilogy with the other Disney stuff. Well, that depends when I start selling. Cars 2. Cars 3. Monsters University. I don't think I ever owned Monsters, Inc. Here's The Incredibles 2. I used to have the first movie, but unfortunately I gave it away because one, it had my name on it. There was a sticker with my name on it, and it was attached to the spine of the DVD, and it ripped off as I was peeling my name off because I was planning to sell it. But I couldn't really sell it, so I'll just probably end up selling this one by itself. Okay, here is something peculiar, a big edition now. Totally Lindsay, which features 3 movies, featuring Confessions and what's that one? Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, Herbie Fully Loaded, and Freaky Friday. Now I'm not going to be bothered to show them off. Let's continue then. We have Glenn Close's 101 Dalmatians. I do remember this one from childhood because I remember the chase at the beginning of the film where Roger flies into the pond. How funny. I haven't seen this. I think I have seen this one yet, but this is the 102 Dalmatians, the live action one. I forgot to point out the previous one was a live action. And also, I presume that features a train scene in this film, but I'm not 100% certain. I'll just bring these a bit closer. Tron. The live action Cinderella. I don't know who that is. Remember who is that? I can't tell. Is it Naomi? I don't know. I think it's Lily James. I think the actress who plays Cinderella. Enchanted. Yeah. Oz the Great and Powerful. And finishing off that stack, Into the Woods, which still does have some DVD CX stickers that I haven't had time to peel off. Okay, here we go. 13 stacks. 1 down, 13 stacks to cover. Okay, next we have more Disney films. We have Cinderella, the animated one. Cinderella 2, Dreams Come True. Unfortunately, this has stickers on, so I need to get round to removing them. And finally, Cinderella, A Twist in Time. Yeah, so it has grown quite a lot from the last year and a half. I am probably going to end up selling the ones in good condition as possible and maybe taking some of them to CEX when I can. Here's a 2-film collection movie collection. This is Nicolas Cage in National Treasure, the Treasures Hunters collection. Don't really have much of an opinion about this, unfortunately. But I have yet to watch this, but this is Zootropolis. I think I have seen it, but not in it in full. This one I'm not really familiar with. The Sorcerer's Apprentice. The classic animated film, one of my favourites, is Peter Pan. One of my favourite fairy tale stories. This has got the slipcase. This is one of the last films I got last year. The Black Cauldron, 25th anniversary. Here's another favourite Disney film from the 80s. Oliver and Company, the 20th anniversary edition. The 2-movie collection of Pocahontas, the Musical Masterpiece Edition, and Pocahontas, Journey of a New World. Or was it Journey of the New World? Journey to a New World! Sorry, I couldn't read the titles properly. Okay, and speaking of, here's another movie trilogy. It's The Lion King, the 3-movie trilogy. I've already seen the first one. I've yet to watch the other 2. I think I have seen the other 2 previously at one point, but I'm only keen on the first 2 films, but the third one for me was just a bit bland. But anyways, here's another one now. Fantasia, the 3rd ever Disney film. Yep, there's a difference between slipcase and normal. And for the millennium, Fantasia 2000. A brand new masterpiece. Well, that was 23 years ago. Planes, in the world of cars. And Planes 2, Fire and Rescue. I'll have to turn these round. Atlantis, The Lost Empire. I really had a lot of favourite... I really watched a lot of Disney movies when I was a kid. Cool Runnings. Haven't seen this one. I'll have to check it out. Here is the live-action Aladdin. I prefer the Disney one to the live-action. Don't ask why. Mulan. The 2019 film Dumbo. The thing I loved about the Dumbo films in reality was actually the train journey scene. I mean, I've seen loads of people recreate the scene from the film where they use different characters as Casey Jr. I did a remake once featuring with my wooden trains with Duke as Casey Jr. because I thought Duke would be the right engine for that scene. Here we go. We got the Pirates of the Caribbean free movie collection, including The Curse of the Black Pearl, Dead Man's Chest, and At World's End. Here's one that has that slip cover on Stranger Tides. I think I need to stretch my legs out a bit. And Salazar's Revenge. There might be a sixth movie coming out one day. Who knows? I don't know. But I haven't done any research on these yet. Joker. Let's get into Marvel stuff now, as well as some DCs. Guardians of the Galaxy. Yep, slipcase. That's why I love to check slipcases are there. And Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Doctor Strange. Sorry, the lighting is really good. Fuzzy in here. Sorry, the picture quality's getting a bit fuzzy here. Iron Man Ultimate 2-clip disc edition. Ooh. Iron Man 2. I've only seen the first one in full properly. And Iron Man 3, which I might have seen once. I'm not 100% sure. Here's the Superman 5 film collection. I don't think they're ever going to do a sixth, but I'm just happy what there is. Venom. Oops, spoiler alert. I forgot I put this one first. Green Lantern. Many people say... It says 10 out of 10, but I heard some people say it's a terrible film. But I don't think it's terrible. I think it's okay, but pretty decent in my opinion. Here are the free movie collection of 4. We have 4 for the Dark World and 4 Ragnarok. Okay, 12 stacks covered. No, 2 stacks covered, 12 to go. Aquaman. I think it was a okay film, but it was just a little bland in my opinion. Wonder Woman, it's still sealed. I have watched part of the film, most of the film on TV once. Maybe one day I'll try and watch it in full to get more recognised with it. Logan, featuring Hugh Jackman. Fantastic Four, special edition. Wonder Woman, 1984. I was very disappointed not to see this in cinema, so I got the film one time for Christmas and decided to give it another go. Well, no, not really. I just wanted to see what it was like. I think I'm not familiar with the original Wonder Woman, but I think 1984 kind of booted up better. The Incredible Hulk. Yeah. The Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. I did see the movie in cinemas, but I don't know why I chose to buy this again in physical release. I just don't know why. I just thought maybe one day just rewatch it again one last time. Deadpool 2. It's still sealed, by the way. I will get round to it one day. We have a TV series now. We have The Flash. Found that very cheap. One day in a charity shop. Hopefully I don't want to get too many because I'm just trying to save up. Superman Doomsday. Yes, it does have the disc in it. Sorry, I'm rambling a bit. Alright, Captain Marvel. So I might have enough space. Yeah, from the last collection I did, and my room was pretty cluttered up a lot, so I had to move some stuff. So for this one I just put my chair on the bed just to make it easier to move around. The Batman The Motion Anthology, 1989 to 1997. Here are the DVDs. You can tell these are double featured because of the artwork on both the front of the discs. I will show these to you individually, then I'll show you the box. And here's what they look like on the front. I used to have an individual copy of Batman Forever, but unfortunately it's no longer there. Here's the The Dark Knight trilogy. Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises. Here's something brand new to the collection. This is Black Widow. Yep, slipcover difference. I don't know why. I don't know why they just put the character on the slipcover. It just takes away the background. I mean, I'm just more familiar with the DVD case, in my opinion. Here's the X-Men quadrilogy with X-Men, X-Men 2, X-Men The Last Stand, and X-Men Origins The Wolverine. Oh. X-Men First Class, X-Men Days of Future Past, and X-Men Apocalypse. And as a bonus, I have X-Men 1.5. I think this is just the original film with just the added bonus features. I'm still missing the Wolverine and the Dark Phoenix from that film series, but they haven't been any cheap copies out there, so I'm just going to have to one day save up some money and hopefully put that towards them. Here's Captain America, the First Avenger, and the Winter Soldier, the two films. Captain America Civil War. Here we go now for the Spider-Man trilogy. We have Spider-Man. Here's my original childhood copy of Spider-Man. The case has been damaged and the spine has been torn because there was once a sticker with my name on it, and I probably cannot sell something that's too damaged. But I got a second one as a replacement, so hopefully I can sell it one day. If I ever do sell it, I'll keep selling the trilogy. Spider-Man 3. The Amazing Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man Homecoming. It's still sealed, by the way. I'll probably get around to unwrapping it when I start watching it. We have another Spider-Man film now. This is Spider-Man Far From Home. I don't have No Way Home yet, but hopefully, and I haven't even seen it in cinemas, but maybe one day I'll get round to seeing it. Suicide Squad. Sorry, I had to adjust the camera there. We have the Avengers saga now. Avengers Assemble. Avengers Age of Ultron. I don't know if this came second or third. I forgot. Avengers Infinity War with that slip cover and still sealed inside. And finally, we have Avengers Endgame. But we're not finished with the Avengers saga yet. I have this sealed copy of the 3 movies of the first 3 Avenger films that shows a 3/4 of the saga, released in a box set. As I showed you the previous ones earlier, I don't know what I'm going to do with the other DVDs as of yet. I'm still deciding whether I should keep this one or sell that one, or vice versa, sell the individual copies. Maybe keep this one, but we'll see in the end. I'll see what I do in the end. We have the Justice League trilogy now. We have Batman... Oh, wait, sorry, I nearly spoiled that one. Man of Steel. Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. And we also have the Zack Snyder's Justice League trilogy, including all 3 films. We have Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Zack Snyder's Justice League. I felt like it would be best to get all 3 on movies in one release, because I think just like having the final film... Oops, sorry, let's knock that over. I think having the final movie would just take up too much space, so I thought maybe just get them all in one whole film series. Okay, 3 stacks out of the way, only 11 to go. Alright, let's go from here. We have The Girl on the Train with this cover in Emily Blunt. I'm not going to say it for everyone. Stand By Me, another great 80s film. Diane Lane in Under the Tuscan Sun, getting in some Wallace and Gromit theme stuff. Early Man. Here are the Fast and...
Here are my Fast and Furious DVDs. Oh my god, I think I accidentally messed that one up. Sorry, I have to fix that. Whoops.
Spoiler alert. This is the Fast and the Furious. When I watched the film all the way up to the credits started skipping. I may have to rewatch the credits again. I don't know what I'm going to do with them afterwards. Too Fast, Too Furious. Fast and Furious 3, Tokyo Drift. Fast and Furious. I don't know why they just didn't give it a name for the 4th film. Fast and Furious 5. Fast and Furious 6. Fast and Furious 7. And finally, Fast and Furious 8 with the shiny cover. But I don't have Fast and Furious 9 or Hobbs and Shaw. I have seen them in cinemas, but I'm not planning to buy them. So that's why I'm going to just keep with what I have. Okay, we got some stand-up comedians now. Here's Eddie Izzard. We have Stripped Live. Definite Article. Dress to Kill. Force Majeure Live. I don't know how you pronounce that. Presumably that's a French word. And finally, Sexy Live. Okay, we got my Downton Abbey DVDs now. We have Downton Abbey Season 1. Season 2. I have still not completed that season yet. I've just been losing motivation when to watch the TV shows. This DVD does feel heavy, to be honest with you. It's because of the discs and the housing inside. That's why I'm presuming, with how much material is in this DVD, I think that's why I've been struggling to... It feels really heavy. Oh, sorry about that. I was just been looking at the other film series, but I'm just trying not to be too addicted to collecting too many. So here we are. Following Season 2, we have Christmas at Downton Abbey. Season 3, don't know what that strange sound is inside. A Journey to the Highlands. Season 5, there is a bit of a sticker for Universal. I don't know. No, Season 4, sorry. There's a bit of a Universal sticker on there. This is Season 5. I forgot to mention that. My mind was falling asleep. My only Blu-ray of the series is Season 6, and my only one in general, which I hopefully don't want to buy too many of. I'm just happy with just one Blu-ray. I've been looking for an individual copy of Season 6 as a normal DVD, but just failed. And finally, we have the finale. I presume this was one that was not in the collection from the last video, but I could be wrong. We have The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air Season 1 now. I'm not going to mention what happened at the Oscars from last year. Season 2. I forgot to mention Will Smith's incident with the Oscars. Let's not talk about it. Season 3. Season 4. Season 5. And Season 6. This whole series took about 9 years to actually go through, because I was struggling to find 5 and 6 individually, and it wasn't till like a few years ago I found 5 and 6 on their own at a charity shop when I was in Reading. But thankfully, I've managed. It's a shame. I was thinking about getting the whole series together at one point for a very cheap price, but I decided to go against it. So let's just leave it at that. Right, here, rounding off this stack, we have some Christmas films now. We have It's a Wonderful Life. I would totally give this film a high 10 out of 10 recommendation. The Polar Express, that features Tom Hanks. Serendipity. This film I just felt was a little too odd, to be honest. Love Actually. This is really one of my favourite Christmas films. I believe it just has some vibes to Friends or Cold Feet, or has a lot of drama about it. It's the ultimate romantic comedy, and you gotta love how it really just shows how much you care for someone at Christmas time. It's already been Christmas already, so I think this film is a total recommendation. You should go and give this a watch if you just love any films that are to do with romantic comedies. This is a good Christmas film. I love it to death, and please give it a watch when you can. By the way, and speaking and following up Christmas movies, we have Four Christmases and Noel. I kind of wish this film did have some bonus features. It would really look 100 times better with bonus features. And rounding off that stack, we have the Home Alone 4 movie collection. I'll just show off the discs individually. Here's the first one. Here's the second, Lost in New York. Home Alone 3. And finally, Home Alone 4. I actually prefer the first two out of that whole series. I think the one starting from Home Alone 3 just really ruined the whole franchise for me. I just think maybe if in the future I'll plan to sell these, but I'm just going to watch them on TV one day. But speaking of this, I just wanted to show off this something to the little side. It's this 4 DVD box set of the British Steam collection. I'm not going to show them off because I showed them in the last video I did back around 2021. This is a peculiar copy, but there's something that's also there, but I'll discuss that in another later on. Okay, here we are. Next stack, we have the Twilight films. Here's Twilight, the Twilight, the New Moon, Twilight Eclipse, Breaking Dawn Part 1, and finally, Breaking Dawn Part 2. Ooh, I accidentally cropped up the top by accident. Yes, and here's something that isn't really... I'm not sure if it's part of the series, but it's called Twilight in Forks, the Saga of a Real Town. It talks about the people... I think it's a documentary, probably to do with the Twilight books and movies. I have yet to watch this, but I will get round to it eventually. Alright, we have some films based around Snow White. We have Snow White, the Fairest of Them All, featuring Miranda Richardson and Kirsten I don't know how you pronounce her name. Snow White and the Huntsman. For a second I thought the film wasn't in there. The Huntsman's Winter's War. The Huntsman Winter's War. It's a slipcover, so there's no point of just showing it as well. Here are my Star Wars movies now. We have the Star Wars trilogy. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. We have... This feature contains The Return of the Jedi, The Empire Strikes Back, oh crikey, A New Hope, and bonus material. I'm assuming I have another series that I'm going to be covering on that very soon. I mean, when I was a kid, I didn't have much of a taste for Star Wars, but seeing as I started playing the Lego Star Wars, the complete saga, and the Clone Wars, I think this may have brought my attention to the taste of the franchise. And speaking, while we're on Star Wars, we have the prequel trilogy that features another 3 movies in that series, which contains the first one, The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith. Oh, here we are for later films. We have The Force Awakens. Here is one copy of Rogue One. Here's a second copy of Rogue One as well, but you can tell the case is a little bit damaged. And there's a still story. When I originally bought this very cheap, I was cycling home one day, and unfortunately, I didn't have anything to carry in a bag or something to carry them with. So unfortunately, they accidentally slipped and fell, and one of the DVDs, which is Rogue One, sadly been run over. I accidentally ran over, and the case got damaged. But thankfully, I got a new case for it, so I just worked well. Ned, I might put this for sale, but I'm not sure about the condition. But I'm sure it will. If anyone wants to buy this for their collection, even though it's got some minor damage, I'd go ahead. Maybe I'll hook this up one day for a big sale. And finally, we have The Last Jedi. Ooh, sorry, the camera's going way out of focus there. Here's a Thomas movie, which is Thomas the Magic Railroad. This is one of the only movies I have Thomas DVDs left in my possession. I'm not planning to buy any more, and I don't want to get All Engines Go stuff, because, you know, All Engines Go is crap, and I never plan to buy them. I know I told you I wasn't going to get this out, but here I have one more Thomas DVD to show. This is First Class Stories. I got that with the Hornby, Percy and the Mail Train set. But that's probably only going to be the last Thomas DVD I ever buy for my possessions. But I'm still going to collect the classic merch of the series, despite the fact I did have a whole lot of VHSs back in the day, but that's really not the topic of this video. I might do a document one day of which Thomas DVDs I owned, but that's really not the case right now. But anyway, speaking of train-themed stuff, let's move on, shall we? We have another film now, which is the Titfield Thunderbolts, The Railway Children, Indian Hill Railways, 4 trains. This is just like basically footage of trains, but like as well, there isn't much documentary on this one. The World's Greatest Railways, Brazil, Cuba and Mexico. And we have the World's Greatest Railways, including Austria, Russia, Switzerland, Hungary, Romania, Austria and Poland. So for proof, if I show you what they... Oh, shoot, sorry. Bloody thing case in the way. Hungary and Romania are connected together, as well as Australia and Poland. Russia and Switzerland are just individuals. Yeah. This is a film that I did own once before. This is Ireland. This requires a bit of explanation. I will discuss with some other films. This was one of the DVDs I had in my possession before, but it was in my garage, and at the time in October last year, unfortunately, it got donated, but sometime around back in December of last year, I managed to get this for free because, you know, there was a charity shop near where I live which was giving DVDs for free. But surprisingly, it was not a coincidence they chose to do it like that. I just don't know why they even bothered to give them for free. I don't think any other DVD charity shop would give any of these for free, although I did get some other DVDs for free, which I want to discuss at another time, but I don't remember which ones. I mean, at Chicken Shed, they were giving some DVDs away for free, as it was World Kindness Day at that time. But I really think, like, just getting too many of these free DVDs just clutters up the place, so I'm probably going to end up doing a big sale. Back to a movies before now. We have The Lake House. I presume I've seen this before. King Arthur. This isn't really my film. This is Trainspotting. I presume this was my sister's. Trainspotting 2, limited edition. I actually did see this last year. Red Riding Hood. We have the 2 It movies. Yeah, here's the slipcase for proof. I'm not really a big horror movie person. I've watched these both once, but I absolutely am not a big fan, to be honest with you. And then we have It Chapter 2. Oh yes, I also forgot, I also have this train DVD of the complete history of American railroads. I'm more familiar with British railways, but American railroads also has a little treat taste to it. Here's the 50 Shades trilogy now. We have 50 Shades of Grey, the Unseen Edition. 50 Shades Darker. I hope I don't get copyright for this. And 50 Shades Freed. Then we also have Dinner Ladies, the complete collection, but I'm planning to sell it because there's no bonus features. Shaun of the Dead. And rounding off that stack, one of my favourites that I laughed a lot as a kid to, Hot Fuzz, featuring Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. Okay, the next stack will feature a whole ton of those surprises. I wouldn't say surprises for real. It's oh shoot. Sorry. So let's zoom out a little. Let's go here. Here are some cardboard case releases. We have Heat, featuring Val Kilmer, Al Pacino, and Robert De Niro. Eyes Wide Shut with Nicole Kidman. I can't remember the others' names. And A Perfect Murder. The Mask of Zorro. I don't think I have The Legend of Zorro, unfortunately. I still need to look out for that. The Kingsmen, The Secret Service. The King's Speech. Chicken Run. This wasn't part of the Marvel stuff. This is Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I should have put this among the other Marvel stuff. Here are my Planet of the Apes DVDs now. This here is the Planet of the Apes, the special edition. It contains all 5 movies, and it's still sealed. This was the first DVD I ever got off eBay. Speaking of eBay, I'm still on the lookout for some more of these. I'm probably going to end up looking for the ones on my list that might go on eBay. Depends if I can find them for reasonable prices. I don't really buy DVDs a lot on eBay. Not usually I would, but because I was just trying to find one for a good price, you know, this was my lucky day. Anyways, moving on from Planet of the Apes, we have the new Planet of the Apes, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, a slipcase, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and finally, War for the Planet of the Apes. Top Gear The Challenges 5. I still have to watch this all one day. Here's an audience with Billy Colony. I would be selling this, but it has someone writing on the back case, which I'll probably won't end up selling. Billy Colony Live, The Greatest Hits. I saw these a few days ago, and I thought it was brilliant. Speaking of a few actors from Home Alone, here's John Candy with Macaulay Culkin in Uncle Buck, John Fuges. I don't know why. I mean, it's interesting that they used a few of the actors from the same film in the Home Alone film series. I don't know. Maybe they just wanted to bring them back or something. V for Vendetta. I think that was just something different about it. Here's Tom Cruise, War of the Worlds. I really need to watch this. Pulp Fiction with Samuel L. Jackson. English, do you speak it? I'm not going to say the F word, because if I ever do get monetized, I don't want to get demonetized. They're saying that word. We have Elizabethtown featuring Orlando Bloom and Kirsten Dunst. This was another film. This requires a bit of explanation. I did own a copy of this once, but back around 2018, my mom and the sister decided to clear out some DVDs, and this film, unfortunately, was among the stuff that happened to be in that lot when it got donated. So I decided to buy another one someday last year. I mean, I just got far too many of them from the last year. I mean, that's what you can do. If you choose to keep them for yourself, you can just buy them, keep them yourself. You wouldn't end up actually losing some. Ghost, featuring Whoopi Goldberg, Demi Moore, and Patrick Swayze. Rest in peace, Swayze. This is something from Channel 4 now. It's called Unforgiven. I don't really know much the whole subtext or the plot of the film, but if I were to buy a film after Thomas, which I'm kind of scared of autistic meltdowns, you go, no, this is not to do with the film. This is just more of a crime scene or just horror something. Here's something I might enjoy. Cruel Intentions, which also features Reese Witherspoon, Sarah Michelle Gellar from Buffy. Yeah, just ignore that price sticker. Military Wives. I don't know why I bought this. I just watched the film. I watched the film shortly before I decided to buy the DVD, but I just really think I just kind of messed up a bit just buying films I already saw in cinema on DVD. Wild, featuring Reese Witherspoon, In the Loop. Haha, I bet you imagine hearing that voice. Oh. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. I got a bit interrupted with a phone call from my mum. Okay, anyways, let's get back to the collection now. We have Abolition. This was one of the 7 DVDs I got from Chicken Cheddar's World of Kindness Day. I don't know what the plot's about, but I'll explain more later. There's Something About Mary, warning, crammed with lots of outrageous special features. Oh, that fell. We also have Nicole Kidman in The Others. I don't know what The Others is, actually. I've seen the few other films that feature Nicole Kidman, such as Eyes Wide Shut and Moulin Rouge, and there is also another film that also featured her, was actually Paddington. We also have the Ultimate Bourne Collection with the Bourne Identity, the Bourne Supremacy, and the Bourne Ultimatum. Ultimatum, sorry. I seem to mispronounce words all the time. The Bourne Legacy. And finally, Jason Bourne. Yep, I'm still unfortunately yet to watch those. We also have a reality TV show now. We have The Only Way is Essex Series 1 and 2. I'm not going to be showing them off the individual DVDs at all because that would just take too long. I did show them in the previous collection though. Here we have Series 3. Season 4. I think but the Season 5. I think I'll finish in a sec. I'll just show off the other DVDs. Oops, that's a bit loose. Season 6, and finally Season 7. I always have a feeling that Seasons 3 to 7 of The Only Way is Essex on DVD are very rare and hard to find. I think you can get like 1 and 2 quite easily in some places, but I just think there's just not a surplus of them across the UK. Well, there's another reality, I guess, that's my opinion. Another reality TV show, this is the Made in Chelsea, series 1 to 5. Contains 14 discs. Found this fairly cheap in a charity shop, lucky me. And speaking of Made in Chelsea, to finish that stack off, we have Season 6, which I consider to be quite the crown jewel of that physical media of Made in Chelsea. I don't know how you think it's that hard to find. I believe there are a lot of DVDs with reality TV that are just kind of unique out there, but they're just not just sufficient for maybe just TV. Maybe they're just for like streaming or something. Okay, there are about 8 stacks left. And please ignore that. Sorry. Okay, so let's kick off in the next stack. We have The Phantom of the Opera at the Royal Albert Hall in celebration of 25 years. This is just like a musical thing. It's just not very much of a something that it's not really something I would watch musical-wise. It was just something I'd watch in person. Blade Runner, The Final Cut, featuring Harrison Ford, and Blade Runner 2049. We have, still on my favourite topic of Peter Pan, we have Hook. I just really love this film. I mean, if I saw this in my childhood, then it would have completed my childhood. How to Train Your Dragon, and How to Train Your Dragon 2. There is also The Hidden World, which I am still yet to find. I don't know if it is released on DVD, but as I'm currently recording this video, I haven't done any research on it. I think I need to stretch a little bit. My legs are starting to feel a little tired, so I'm just gonna kneel on my knees, sorry, so I can look more better at this one. We have Mercury Rising. We are on to the Wallace and Gromit films now. We have 3 cracking adventures with A Grand Day Out, The Wrong Trousers, and featuring Shaun the Sheep in a close shave. The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. That film really scared me a bit as a kid. And we have A Matter of Life and Loaf and Death. I heard there's a new film that they're making currently. I don't know what it's called yet or when it will be out, but I've also heard they're going to do a sequel to Chicken Run as well, which might be happening this year or next. We don't know for sure, and it will ever happen. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I might as well want to readjust the camera somewhere so as I can get better lighting. We have Whoopi Goldberg in Sister Act 1 and 2. Educating Rita with a newly fresh DVD case because, you know, the old one got broken. I don't know how. So I threw that one out. And yeah, as I said, like the Rogue One second spare copy, we have A Star is Born with Lady Gaga. Romeo and Juliet, William Shakespeare's version. This is the 1996 edition. Speaking of Romeo and Juliet, we have Romeo and Juliet with a double feature of Moulin Rouge. I might get rid of the individual copy one day because I think there is already I already have one, so I don't know, but if there are bonus features on either of them, I don't know which one has the bonus features. I'll have to check that in due time. Rocky Horror Show, I peeled the sticker off, but unfortunately it damaged part of the case. I'll fix that. Maybe with some Sharpie. Fame, we are in the musicals already. Footloose. Double feature of Footloose and Flashdance. Speaking of Footloose, I'll probably end up selling it. Depends if there are any bonus features on there, on that individual copy that I haven't yet to have a look at. Well, we'll see in due time. Bohemian Rhapsody, that's another cool film. We have a film trilogy now. We have the Blade trilogy. The Ultimate Collection features Wesley Snipes' Blade, Blade 2, and Blade Trinity. Yeah, that's how it is. Blade Trinity, yes. All featuring Jessica Biel. I mean, it seems like Jessica Biel is quite the popular actress on Instagram or something. We have another sitcom now. We have The Big Bang Theory, complete seasons 1 to 7. This was a really interesting Christmas present from 2014. And speaking of The Big Bang Theory, we have season 8. Season 9, it's still sealed. Season 10. Season 11. Season 12. I'm still stuck on season 2. I have yet to finish that series, but hopefully one day I will get round to it. Eventually, I will. Here's something from the directors of South Park, featuring Trey Parker and Matt Stone, Basketball. And you may be wondering, where are the South Park DVDs? Well, unfortunately, I decided to just sell them off because I just felt like they were taking too long to watch. And, you know, there I have some opinions about it, but I don't really want to discuss it in this video. It would just take too long. I may do it on a community post just to get it up my system, but that's really not part of the topic of this. We have King Kong 2-disc special edition. I was really panicking as a kid when I saw this film in cinemas. I was really scared of the gorilla. Maybe it was during the battle scenes that really traumatized me. We have the Adventures of Indiana Jones. I almost said Adventures there, which feature in the 3 movies which contains Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, The Last Crusade, and bonus material. And speaking of Indiana Jones, we have The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. There is a 5th film coming soon, but hopefully should not be too far off. This is something particular unique now. This is the 10th Kingdom, but it's not a UK release. I want to assume this was released in the Netherlands, so I'll probably end up putting this for sale at some point. Since it was compatible on, because it's region 2, it is compatible with TVs or DVD players in the UK. I remember when I first saw this in 2010, I was really curious of what the concept was like. I think the first person I found out about the series was Kimberly Williams. Well, she's now married to Brad Paisley, and that's quite unique. Okay, let's dive into some more stand-up comedians. We have Russell Brand doing Life Live. Sorry, I had to do it like that. Here you have Michael McIntyre, Live and Laughing. And Michael McIntyre, Showtime! Live from his record-breaking run at the O2 Arena. The John Wick trilogy now. We have John Wick featuring Keanu Reeves. John Wick Chapter 2. And finally, with the slipcover, John Wick Chapter 3. I wouldn't want to throw away the slipcases just because they're just too cool to... Oh, sorry. Why do I always keep bumping the box that holds the camera up high? We have from Sex and the City, featuring Sarah Jessica Parker. Just want to get a good angle at this. It's still sealed, by the way, but I was planning to buy the series, but I don't feel like it anymore. Here's the sequel, Sex and the City 2, the movie. She does kind of look like Can't remember who the actor was. Trying to take the stickers off, but there's so many stickers that are just stuck to them. Okay, had to do a cut there. We have Jaws, the 2-disc special edition. I don't know how long these films are going to make me last. Speaking of Jaws, we have The Meg. I'm only going to plan to watch the first one, The Meg. I just don't know much if it's a good film or not. I think there are a few other movies out there. I don't really have an opinion about it. So we have Phantom of the Opera. And we're getting into some Transformers stuff. We have Transformers. Whoa. Oh, you can see there's a difference between the slipcover and the DVD case. Oh! Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry about that. Knocked over the iPad camera just as I was filming. I better be more careful where I move the camera next time. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Unfortunately, this disc inside was quite scratched, so I did attempt to do a little repair on this. But I don't really think I feel like keeping it. But I just failed. I'm not sure if it will work. But speaking of Transformers, I have the free movie collection, which contains, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen and Transformers Dark of the Moon. Dark of the Moon, here, you can see this. This is Dark of the Moon. And while we're on the topic of Transformers, we also have Bumblebee. So I'm probably going to sell off the first 2 Transformers films I just discussed about to make a bit of cash. We have Pan now. I absolutely thought this was a breathtaking movie. Wouldn't want to steal the show for anyone. Bruce Willis, The Sixth Scene. Oh, Girls Trip. Lara Croft, Tomb Raider. And Lara Croft, The Tomb Raider, The Crown of Life. Fantastic Mr. Fox. Intolerable Cruelty. Bridesmaids. You should definitely watch this film. It's something to laugh about. Miss Congeniality 1 and 2, Armed and Fabulous. Horrible Bosses. Horrible Bosses 2. The Crown Season 1. I don't know why I bought The Crown Season 1. Maybe I was just a bit too ecstatic over everything. Maybe a bit egotistical. I don't know. Pretty Woman. Love this one. Kevin and Perry Go Large. Something humorous about it. It kind of reminds me of the Harry Enfield sketches back in the 90s. Atomic Blonde. I wonder who this... Oh, yes. Charlize Theron and James Avery. I don't know how you pronounce McAvoy. Here's something Pokemon related. Detective Pikachu. I don't really have plans to buy any more Pokemon themed DVDs. I'm just happy with what I have. Then we have a sealed DVD. Julia Roberts is Erin Brockovich. I'm sorry, I don't want to end up getting into trouble saying that. The Beach, featuring Leonardo DiCaprio. I gotta admit, Leonardo DiCaprio's films are so adorable. Murder on the Orient Express. I'm trying to see people's names because of the light. It's very hard to see because of the light. We have Madeline. This was an amazing childhood film. It was funny because my favourite part of this film was actually the chase. I mean, when the van flies into the water, and I thought it was like comedy gold. We have the 2 Father of the Bride movie collection. Father of the Bride movie 1 and 2. I just walked out at one point just because I was just feeling bored. Maybe one day I'll try and get around to watching it. Here are my Cold Feet DVDs now. We have Cold Feet Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Season 5, and after a 13 hiatus, Season 6. Unfortunately, I don't have Season 7, 8 or 9 because HMV is really charging a big fine for all the later releases. I really literally have no idea why, but maybe there haven't been any, I haven't been able to find any cheap ones for a reasonable price, but I should, hopefully, if I can get a job and earn some money and maybe look for something good in HMV one day, maybe I'll get the last 3 seasons, but that's only time will tell if it will ever happen or not. Okay, well there's only like about 6 stacks left to look at. Wow, hasn't it been fun to do it again? I guess you can say. Manchester by the Sea. Let me just repurpose the camera a bit. We have The Transporter, the Ultimate DVD Collection, which has 1 and 2. Dunkirk. Welcome to the Punch. I think this was a film that I also... no, I actually found it in a charity shop. Sorry. A Fantastic Woman. Talladega Nights. Nights in Rodina. This requires a bit more information as well. This was another film I had before, until 2018, when my mum was decluttering some stuff, DVDs out the lounge, and this was one of them, and unfortunately it got donated. I just really wanted to see it again, just to see in full what it's like. I mean, that's what you can do if you have a job and you want to earn some money. You can just buy back stuff you owned before that was taken away from you forcefully, but I'm not going to say it in full because, you know, I will not explain the whole context. It would just take too long. Before we continue that stack, I have something unique as well. Driving Test Deluxe Edition. It contains like 3 DVDs, and there was another DVD that was part of the box, which is Car Maintenance. Unfortunately, it has no disc. That's strange. I really don't know where the disc went, but if it's here in the house somewhere, maybe I'll probably go and find it, but I don't have the time to, so I'm just wasting too much time talking. But let's get back to it, shall we? Notting Hill, featuring Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant. I'll definitely give this a watch. Gone Girl, Jerry Maguire. Here we have The Vampire Diaries, Season 1. Season 2. Season 3. Season 4. Season 5. Season 6. Season 7. And finally, Season 8 and the final season. Still, I am stuck on Season 2. There will be a time where I'm going to continue these. Okay, we have the 2-disc double feature of the Blues Brothers and Blues Brothers 2000. Man, isn't it funny that Dan Aykroyd was featured in both films, and there was one John in the first and then different John in the second? I really don't think that's a coincidence. Rock of All Ages? No, wait, Rock of Ages, sorry, not Rock of All Ages. We have the 3 romantic comedies, Something's Gotta Give, 2 Weeks Notice, and What Woman Wants. I actually thought the What Woman Wants was actually my favourite out of those 3. We have The Hunger Games, the complete 4-film collection. I have to say Mockingjay Part 2 was actually my favourite out of that whole series. I just don't know why. We have The Legend of Tarzan, The Woman in Black, which features Daniel Radcliffe, who previously starred in the Harry Potter movies. New Year's Eve, funny and romantic. Here's Tomorrow Drew. It also features Tamsin Gregg, who was also on Friday Night Dinner. That's a kind of something unique. We have Kevin James, Paul Blart, Mall Cop. I think there was a film that also features Kevin James, which is Zookeeper. Anyways, Mel Gibson's Braveheart. Return of Me. I need to readjust the camera a bit. Belief Spirits. I know, sorry, that damaged spine is causing pain to me. We have Mean Girls. And speaking of Mean Girls, we have the double feature of Mean Girls and Mean Girls 2, The Plastics Are Back. So I'm probably going to look into maybe selling the Mean Girls, the individual one. Hercules, the featuring Dwayne Johnson, not the Disney film. Premonition with Sandra Bullock. She seems to be one of the more popular actresses nowadays. Easy Virtual. Oh, we've got Jessica Biel, and we've got Colin Firth, Kristen Scott Thomas, and who's the other one? Ben Barnes. Don't really know much about Ben Barnes, but I think I know the other first two from what I just said. Cold Creek Manor, which does feature Sharon Stone and Dennis Quaid. I literally don't know who those two are. I'll have to look into that and sometime soon. Failure to Launch, also featuring Sarah Jessica Parker. Sorry. Limitless. Beagle. This one's a cool film. Let the Bells Begin. And to round out that stack, we have Diana, featuring Naomi Watts. Rest in peace, Diana. Well, there's not really much context I can describe about Diana at the moment because my brain's like, I don't know, 10 times foggy, or maybe I'm just not really familiar with her. Oh, these look like they're about to fall, so I'll have to get through these quickly. You Got Mail, featuring Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. Seems like we got the Toy Story star Tom Hanks everywhere we go. Wuthering Heights, featuring Emily Bront. Wuthering Heights, sorry. Rachel Getting Married. Oh. The Runaways. I think I got that free. True Blood, the complete first and second series. I still might want to get the rest of the series for a cheap price if I can, but I'm presumably going to get rid of them after I finish them all, but only time will tell. Okay, we got The Big Lebowski, 4 Weddings and a Funeral, the special edition. The Golden Compass. Oh my god, we got more Nicole Kidman, and this time Daniel Craig from James Bond. Along Came Polly, featuring Ben Stiller and Jennifer Aniston. Still Alice, featuring Kristen Stewart, Alec Baldwin, and Julianne Moore. Alec Baldwin did a good job at playing Mr. Conductor in Thomas the Magic Railroad, as well as doing the narration for seasons 5 and 6 of the show. Let's really not talk... Anyways, I'm not talking about Thomas now. We have Role Models, the 2 disc films with Julia Stiles, Save the Last Dance, and Save the Last Dance 2. Fugo, Joey, the complete first season. I presume there is a second series for Region 2, but there's never been one for a UK release, so I'm probably going to pass on from buying the other ones. But I'm happy with just the original show, Friends. Anyways, here's another peculiar DVD. This is Black Box. Alright, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Sorry, lost my voice for a second. Ready Player One. Finding Neverland, featuring Johnny Depp and Kate Winslet. Oh, these things. Here's another trilogy, the Oceans movie, containing 11, 12... Oh, that's good stuff. Containing... Oh, I don't really need to show it, but I took the DVD out just so I could show it proper view. We have 11, 12, and 13. I don't know if these were just the only 3 in that series. I'll have to check later. We have the Girl with Film series trilogy, the Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, the Girl Who Played with Fire, and the Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest. I'm really not that familiar with the series, to be honest with you. I mean, I've just lacked a lot of time to finish these off. I'm sorry. I'm just run out of things to say for this. Whoa! Oh, sorry about that. I accidentally hit the camera. We have Leap Year, The Railway Man, Men in Black, Men in Black 2, and Men in Black 3. Another film from Denzel Washington, Deja Vu. This one just fell off the stack, The Titan. And then we have Kill Bill 1 and 2. Here's Liam Neeson, the Taken trilogy. I'll have to readjust that camera a bit. Sorry about that. I prefer the first movie because I think it kind of played a reference in the Family Guy episode Lego My Mego. Here's another film that features Natalie Portman, Anywhere But Here. First Day of the Rest of Your Life. Well, this could be the first day of the rest of my life if I'm continuing to sit down too long. We have Johnny Depp, Edward Scissorhands, Inglourious Basterds. Man, this was a pain in the ass to set up. Okay, we got 007, Die Another Day. This is the only one I have. I would love to watch the whole film series in the future, but only time will tell if I want to. We have The Lord of the Rings, the motion picture trilogy, with The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and The Return of the King. Here's The Hobbit now, An Unexpected Journey. The Hobbit, The Desolation of the Smaug, and rounding off the trilogy, The Battle of Five Armies. Whoa, there's only 4 stacks to go. Holy cow, man. Do I think I can do it? I think I can. Okay, the next stack will cover the Seth MacFarlane TV series now. We've got Family Guy Season 1, one of my favourite all-time animated TV series comedies. We have Season 2, Season 3. Nearly out of breath, I need to get some fresh air now. Here's the collection that started off the series. Season 4. Not collection. Season 5. Season 6. The reason why my thumb is on part of the case is, I don't know, parental guidance that I'm just worried of getting demonetized. Season 6. Season 7. Season 8. Yeah, you can stop looking at that side of the spine as it's paining me too much. Season 9. Season 10. Before we continue, before I go into the next season, there's some other DVDs. We have Road to the North Pole. The Star Wars trilogy with Blue Harvest. Something Dark Side. And finally, It's a Trap. Yeah, unfortunately, as I'm looking at this disc, it is quite scratched, but I'm sure it might run. Who knows? I know I played a lot of the Thomas DVDs a lot, and they got scratched quite a lot. But anyways, let's finish off the Family Guy DVDs now. This is Season 11, with the accurate Season 11 discs. And then I have another copy of Season 11, which actually does have Season 10 for some weird reason. I don't know why, but I'm presuming they didn't do a good job of checking the DVDs when I got them. Anyways, let's continue now. We have Season 12, Season 13, Season 14, Season 15, Season 16. Sorry for parental guidance reasons. Oh, fiddlesticks. Season 17, Season 18, and finally, Season 19. I'll probably just watch all the episodes up to Season 19 on DVD, but if Season 20 does come out, and if I haven't finished it before then, I'm probably just going to end up buying that DVD, and maybe just one more, but I think I'm sticking to Season 19 for what I have for now. Speaking of Family Guy, another Seth MacFarlane show, we have the Cleveland Show Season 1 and Season 2. I don't know if they're ever going to release Season 3 or 4. I mean, I doubt they ever will, but I just don't know why they never even bothered to release the last 2 seasons of the show. And there's another show I'll be talking about after I finish this spiel. Maybe because of the copyright and licensing, I don't know. Who knows? Okay, we've got one more show from American Dad show you from the animated universe. We have American Dad Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, Volume 5. Ooh, I'm tired, man. Volume 6, Volume 7, Full Exposed, but I'm not going to say that out loud because I don't want to, you know why. Volume 8, Volume 9, Volume 10, Volume 11, Volume 12. Hang on, did I say that? But yeah, Volume 12. And finally, Volume 13. I'm not sure if they're going to... I don't know if they're going to release Volume 14 or not, but I haven't checked if they're doing any more releases of the show on DVD yet, but there might be a chance one day. Okay, 3 more stacks left. We have Going the Distance, Cold Mountain, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Okay, sorry I had to do this, but I just noticed there was one DVD that I forgot to bring upstairs with me to show off during the collection, which was Saving Private Ryan, sorry. I think it's a good film, by the way, but anyways, let's not talk about that anymore. Here we have Corkertown, Series 1 and 2. Just to show for proof. They did release Series 3 and 4 on DVD, but I don't think they have released Season 5 or 6 yet. I doubt they ever will. Who knows? Only time will tell. Looney Tunes, back in action. I think this was a great movie I saw during childhood. I think the scenes where they're at Las Vegas was really a big kick for the film for me. Ted. And finally finishing off the second file and stuff, Ted 2. I don't think they're ever going to do a third movie. They might do a comeback as a series. Speaking of talking bears, we have Paddington and Paddington 2. Oh, yeah, I also forgot to mention the producer. Yeah, producer of Harry Potter. I don't remember. Was it J.K. Rowling who... I can't remember. Who knows? Okay, we have the Maze Runner trilogy. We have the Maze Runner Scorch Trials. And finally, The Death Cure. Okay, nearly there now. Whew. What we did on our holiday. Pacific Rim. La La Land. The Spy Who Dumped Me, which also features Mila Kunis, because you know Mila Kunis is awesome. Sorry, guys. I know you love Mila Kunis, the actress of Family Guy and Jackie from that Sony show. I think she's great, by the way. Okay, we're nearly there now. We have Alexander, Director's Cut. I'm not sure how many Director's Cuts there are, but I'm sure there's guaranteed to be some great ones out there. We have Sylvester Stallone in the Rocky, the Undisputed Collection. I don't need to read all the information of the films. We have Collateral. I'm sure I had this before. I think I did. Inside Man. We have Gotham Season 1. And Gotham Season 2, which is still sealed. I don't have the last 3 seasons, unfortunately. Maybe one day that will happen. Speaking of TV series, we also have Breaking Bad, the complete series 1 to 3. So here is Season 1. Series 2. And finally, Season 3. I really just started watching this series. I'm only 2 episodes in. Season 4. Season 5. And the final series, what I presume might be Season 6. Mel Gibson film, The Passion of the Christ. Okay, here I have the complete Arrow series now. We have Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Season 5, which is still sealed, and by the way, this took the longest to find to complete the Arrow series. Series 6, Season 7, and finally, Season 8. And finishing off that stack, I have the Shameless series 1 to 4. I was planning to buy the other series, but then I decided not to, as I feel like it was taking up a lot of my time just to waste my time, complete the collection. Okay, the collection is nearly over. Only 1 or 2 stacks left. We have 1 stack left to show. So let's get to it then. We have The Lucky One, Girl Interrupted, Tim Burton's The Night Before Christmas Special Edition, Triple X Trilogy now, and we have Triple X The Next Level, Part 2, and Triple X Return of Xander Cage. I've only seen the first one. I haven't seen all the bonus features on that series though. We'll get down to it eventually. Here's the Classic Wall Collection featuring 3 movies containing A Bridge Too Far, The Great Escape, and Battle Britain. No, Battle of Britain, sorry. I don't know why it says Battle Britain. Miranda Season 1, Season 2, Oop. Season 3. Miranda Christmas. Miranda Hart, my What I Call Live show. And finally, Miranda, the finale, which is still sealed, by the way. Haven't got round to watching these 2 DVDs. I will get to eventually. And then here we have a new sitcom I'd love to watch, which is Will and Grace. I do remember some of the episodes I saw in my childhood. Whoa! That nearly fell. We're nearly at the end of the films, but we've got a few more to show, which is The Vow. It's 2-movie collection of Kingdom of Heaven and Exodus Kings and Gods. It also comes with this, I think the Exodus Kingdom Gods, Gods and Kings, actually comes and includes with the free DVD of Kingdom of Heaven. I don't know why they actually put it there, but I think it was just so you can get a DVD, but buy one, you get one free in that style. Something like that. Paper Towns. Fighting with My Family. It's still sealed, by the way, and I am planning to watch this eventually. Crazy Stupid Love. Romeo and Juliet. Matrix trilogy now. The Matrix. Matrix Reloaded. And finally, Matrix Resolution. I haven't seen the Animatrix yet, but I'm presuming it might be insignificant. Okay, 2 more series now. We have That 70s Show, Season 1. Season 2. I only just noticed Season 1 has the box insert to the right, whereas the other series just have them to the left. Season 3. Season 4, unfortunately, with stickers, they damaged the casing. Season 5. Season 6. Season 7. And finally, Season 8. I obviously think That 70s Show was a great sitcom. I mean, it took me about a year and a half to watch the whole series in full. And really good sitcom. And I just love how Mila Kunis was inside. Was part of the main cast because I love Family Guy and Ted. And that's why, she plays Laurie Collins in the first Ted movie. Well, anyways, I'm not going to discuss that. Anyways, one more show now. We have 24 from Kiefer Sutherland. Season 1, sorry. Season 2, sorry, I forgot to say Season 1 by mistake. Season 3, sorry, these notifications are annoying. Season 4, speed this up now. Season 5. Season 6. And we got a movie, Redemption. Yes, I know, the races between Season 5, 6, and 7. I finally got it right this time. Season 7. The final season, Season 8. And Live Another Day. Kind of a bit of a spin-off there. And to round off this collection, we have the complete Friends on DVD. I won't show this all on camera because all the DVDs are there. And I think it's quite a unique looking box art to carry all the DVDs. I presume there's another show that I might like, My Family, that might also have one of these. I'm presuming they do, but I'm not 100% sure. Alright, that's everything. Well, that's all the DVDs in the collection. That's all the films, all the shows, comedians, etc. I'm not going to keep all of them. I'm probably going to start watching these when it comes time and maybe sell off some of them. Because I don't want to keep on donating because, I just want to make some money. So if you guys out there will be interested in buying some of these DVDs one day in the future, I'll let you know. Okay, so hopefully by the time this edited video will go up, it won't be an hour long. Oh, and I forgot to mention, last year, the other stuff in the garage, it's not all there anymore because, unfortunately, it all got donated, but managed to gain some back. a few pieces back that I owned before. But nevertheless, it was a good video. And maybe by next year, the collection will have downsized a little bit. I hope. Speaking of which, I'll probably start get around to watching some of these as soon as I can. So I hope you all had a good day, and see you all again soon. So that's going to wrap up this collection video of my DVDs. So thank you for watching. Have a good night. And this is Evening Silent 97 signing off. Take care, guys.